This is definitely a parenting problem. So instead of Oyibo parents using cane to discipline their children like Niger parents, they are using sugar cane. Okay, continue. The beginning of the year is always accompanied by many different things. Things like better jollification, to thank God for the crossover, and then to do it for village people. Another thing that comes with the beginning of the new year is something called New Year resolution. The people where they do this one, plenty, like the hair on this guy's head. Not him. All right. Let's see if we can recognize any of the people doing New Year's resolution inside Prof's hair. Yeah, wow, 30 billion gang, they there. Wow. Well, anyway, what could their New Year resolution be? Okay. Apparently, they have resolved to come on board as APC campaign financiers. Advisors for the 2019 election. That's smart. Because, you see, being the founding fathers of the 30 billion gang, they're belleful. They want to eat their cake, have it, and even buy the bakery on top. They can sure afford it. They have the money. Oga Dangote has dropped his advisory broom. Chai, yeah, it's God, though. Okay, who else is doing New Year resolution? APC, is that you? You see, maybe their resolution is that partnering with rich men, will be for the betterment of the people and not campaign matter. Or maybe it is to leave Otedola alone and take DJ coffee. So she can use her DJ skills to spice up things, in the broom party. Yeah, like the video did for the other people. Or perhaps it is to finally stop all the talk, and do, even if that's small. After all, MI said, do more, talk less. Anyway, who else? I see an umbrella. Oh, yeah. Maybe their own resolution for 2019 is to love Nigeria more than they love China. Even the other parties might be resolving to stop supporting bigger parties as election corner. Yes, when I be supporters club, every day we wake up, you have supported one big party. Every day we wake up, come on. Even we, the people, can resolve to stop accepting political excuses, hold our leaders accountable, collect our PVCs, and perform our civic responsibility by voting for the best candidate come February 16, 2019. Because anytime someone wishes you Happy New Year, you have to wonder sometimes if there are things to be happy about, or whether the person has SSS. Meaning suffering and smiling syndrome. So let's all take a moment to decide one resolution this 2019. Use the hashtag #HowFarYourResolution. Hashtag #HowFarYourResolution. Nigerians, hashtag #HowFarYourResolution. Yeah, he has been named among 2018's 100 most influential people in digital government. He's an environmental activist, an anti-corruption crusader, and the co-founder of Follow the Money and Connected Development. Ladies and gentlemen, join me, welcome Amzat Lawal in the building!
Thank you for having me.
Follow the money.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the man. Follow the money. I love to follow the money. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you were said to have rejected 100 million naira bribe in cash.
Yes.
Please, take us through what happened.
So in 2014, during the campaign election season, the then Federal Executive Council approved and released the sum of 9.2 billion naira to procure the sum of 950,000 clean cook stove and 18,000 wonder bags. At that time, the Nigerian people were not happy because there was high level of unemployment and other social vices. But then this was an executive order. And this money was coming from the Ecological Fund Office. So for us, we wanted to ensure that we informed the Nigerian people and engage the beneficiaries of this stove. So what I did at that time was to travel across this 6 geopolitical zone. And I was asking rural women who were the beneficiary, have you heard about this government intervention? Would you use the stove? Most women were not aware of the grassroots. So I visited hard to reach communities. And then I came back to Abuja with my colleagues and we organized a stakeholders meeting. We brought together all the stakeholders and we were the only group leading this conversation, sharing knowledge and information between government and the people.
And the people, yeah.
At one point, I was invited for a meeting. So I got a call to come for a meeting and the person specifically said I should come alone. But as an activist and something I've learned from most of my mentors, you don't go to a meeting alone. So I went with one of my colleagues. So we went into this meeting with this senior government official at that time. So the government official said, oh, but Hamza, I told you to come alone. I said, well, my colleague decided to accompany me. So the official now said, okay, you people are causing us a lot of problem. Follow the money. We need you to keep quiet. We need you to look the other way around. And I said, what problem are we causing you? We're trying to make your work easy. We want the Nigerian people to be excited about this. All you have to do is use the money judiciously so women would not die from cooking. And then I was told, well, money is involved. 9.2 billion is a lot of money. You're a young man and you have prospects. You have so many things ahead of you. You need to...
The usual language.
You need to take it easy. Yeah. Hamza, you're a young man. I believe you like to get a new car and buy a house. I was just quiet and just listening. So at the point, they brought out the Ghana must go of minted 500 and 1,000 notes. Like, I've never seen those kind of crispy... Yes, 100 million cash.
Didn't something in you say, take this money? It's our money.
Honestly,
it's our national money.
Nothing in me said take the money because...
So everything in you from the get-go said reject this money.
So honestly, I was super angry when that money came out. I was so angry, but I needed to control my anger at that point.
I'm also angry now even, but I don't know why. No, just go ahead.
Yeah, so when the money came out and 100 million, I was offered 100 million. And I'm happy because I have a witness. So I told the person, oh no, I always move around with taxi. Can you give me a minute? Let me go and arrange for a taxi to come and carry the money. Because again, when you go into some of these meetings, you need to find an exit route. And that was my only exit.
Yes.
So I said, oh, okay, fine. Please, go and arrange a taxi. So I went out with my colleague and straight we went to the office. We quickly wrote a report and documented everything that happened and put it on SoundCloud and on Google Drive. So in case anything happens. But then I got a call saying they apologized, saying that they're sorry for giving me 100 million. That is too small. That of 9.2 billion. Why would they give me 100 million? That I should name a price. So now they're offering me to name a price of what I want. So when we talk about corruption in Nigeria, it's deeper than what we actually think. Oh, yes.
Anyway, look, this interview is getting exciting. Don't even go anywhere. We'll take a break, okay? And remember, Binta Badmos and SLK, they have something for you. Don't go anywhere.
Eyewitness Report. We know just how to bring them to the forefront by putting your shots in perspective. And we don't stop until answers are found. Download the Channels TV Report. Your story is just a click away.
The other news, I'm glad you did not go anywhere. Don't even try it because it's getting very hot in here with Hamza. All right, yes.
Call me Hamzi. You're my friend.
Hamzi!
Yes.
All right, Hamzi in the studio. Hamzi, we were talking about, the Follow the Money project and all that. Have you ever been supported by any government or threatened by any government in the course of your Follow the Money project?
Oh, yes. So, as you can tell, I'm very young and I have a small stature. So I've been harassed, I've been intimidated quite a number of times. And when I started in 2012, a lot of...
I'm glad you're still alive.
Oh, yes. You have to be alive to make change.
Yeah, you know what I mean by I'm glad you're still alive.
I know. And I would live long.
This is Nigeria. I'm not saying that.
I know.
Just as far as the bad guy, I'm just quoting.
I know.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So, and for me, it's about that consistency as a young man, but also not making it about me. I had an incident where I was almost arrested, but because of the group I represent and I amplify their voice. So a lot of things that we do, we talk about the issues that affect an average or every average Nigerian from the west, south, north, east. We help amplify it using technology tools like Twitter and Facebook. And because the community at the grassroots understand what we do and they have embraced Follow the Money, that day, that very interesting day, when they wanted to arrest me, the community people rose and stood in front of me, over 60 people. I would never forget that. And they said to me so they said to the people, if you have to arrest Hamza, because according to you, he's instigating young people against the government, you'd have to arrest the 60 of us and all the community members. So again, as an activist, for me, it's about amplifying the voices of the people and ensuring we bridge that gap between government and the people.
Amnesty reports on Nigeria last year indicted the country on so many levels. I mean, in response, the government described it as concocted, unrealistic, and even asked the organization to leave some parts of the country. As an activist, you've been to some of these affected areas. What is your take on the whole situation between the Amnesty International and Nigerian government?
First, it is quite sad that we're experiencing the insurgents, and we're not just losing Nigerians, but we're losing our military. And for me, I'm always for we need to support our military and give them all the materials, both financial and moral, and all the support. But I think that the Nigerian military was too quick to respond to that report. This was not just a report that was cooked up. There was a series of research and validation on that report. And I felt that, personally, it was an opportunity for the Nigerian army. If you look at it from a positive point of view, it's an opportunity for the Nigerian army to strengthen their strategy and even call Amnesty to the table to get advice and feedback. And I believe that report talks about what is the value of the life of a Nigerian citizen. That is what is at stake. Do we have value for our life? So
the Nigerian government shouldn't have reacted the way they reacted?
Oh, no, they shouldn't have.
They shouldn't have reacted that way?
Oh, they shouldn't have.
Okay, fine. Nigerian youths have been described as lazy and unprepared to take over leadership. Do you agree with that?
Definitely not. I'm not lazy.
Fantastic. And with the election around the corner, if you were to talk to these Nigerian youths that have been described as lazy and unwilling to take over leadership from the old generation, what specifically would you be saying to them?
The future of this great country is in our hands. And as young people, we decide who becomes the next president, who becomes our state governors, who becomes both federal and state lawmakers. So it means that, and if you look at the data from INEC, over 52% of eligible registered voters with their permanent voters card are young people. So young people actually owns this country. We're the only force to reckon with. And I believe that we have strived in every sphere. And when I say every sphere, if you look at the entertainment industry, young people are leading. The financial institution, the civil society space, the civic technology space. But when it comes to politics, the old guards would say, wait till your turn, or go and learn the ropes.
Yes. When is this turn?
The world is being led by ideas.
And these guys their ideas are a bit outdated, is that what you're saying?
So the thing is, they don't have ideas because they are professional politicians. As young people, we're professionals in our own climb. But these politicians, the only profession they have is politics.
It's political hustle.
And now is their investment period.
That is
what is making corruption to strive.
Follow the money, Hamza. I've enjoyed this interview so much. Is there politics in your future?
No. There is no politics in my future. Hold
How
on.
are we going to encourage young people to take over leadership? And here I am, sitting right in front of a young man who is dynamic, very
my brother Okey, Bakassi, hold on.
I'm holding on.
We all can't run for public office. We all can't get appointed. For me, what makes me happy is what I do. I believe that as young people who wants to run for office, first it should be about that contentment. Because running for office and getting involved in politics is about service to humanity. I am leading where I am, so as every other person.
One word about Follow the Money. What is it about?
Follow the Money, it's about mobilizing citizens to hold their government to account to ensure every single kobo counts.
Thank you very much, Angela.
Thank you for having me.
Round of applause for this great Nigerian. Thank you so much. It's the other news. Don't go anywhere. Students Binta Badmas and SLK have a special product to offer. Especially to a group of very special people. SLK and Binta, do your thing.
Are you a thief? Sorry, politician. Do you get to bust into songs even when the occasion does not demand it? Not to worry, dear politician. You are not having an identity crisis. So let's put you out of your misery. What word rhymes with the word politician?
Tactician?
No.
Mathematician?
No. I did not ask you to describe the Nigerian politician. I said, what word rhymes with politician?
Oh, Kardashian?
Sorry. What I meant to say is musician.
Yes, we on the other news have discovered that there's a very thin line between the Nigerian politician and a musician.
And based on this research, we also found that politicians and musicians share some similarities, like gathering crowds at rallies and concerts.
Where eventually they both might share money.
Well, it isn't only politicians that do not fulfill their promises.
To further show how inseparable the Nigerian politician and the musicians are, some artists have even endorsed some political parties unknowingly.
I want you to take a broom and sweep my yard. You better brush it good or we go fall apart. Under my umbrella, They say you like cassava, I get to be cassava.
Truly, there is no party without music.
And that's why you wonder that despite all these similarities, why is it that people don't love you as much as they love musicians?
Could it be that unlike the musicians, you don't perform when it's time to? I mean, if people don't see your performance through good governance, how would they love you?
And that is why we're introducing to you our new product, the PSP, the Performing Starter Pack. With this, you can now perform better when you're in office. Even Femi Kuti got nothing on you.
The PSP contains several amazing components, including the passion syrup. Oh, this might even make you die for your country. The dedication capsule. This is fortified with hard work and commitment. And of course, the honesty drip. Oh, this will make you even more transparent than Kosi Ojiako's clothes. And many more. Do not forget that this starter pack comes with 4-year warranty.
Now, get your PSP today so that you can enjoy all the love and benefits which musicians enjoy, and even much more.
So, get your PSP ASAP so that you can RIP. Remain in power.
SLK and Binta, how much should they sell them? Because I know some people. I didn't call any names, so I don't call anybody name. Anyway, Dan the Humorous is on standby to reveal some political matters of the heart. It's the other news.
My name is Mr. Fasina David Akinola, the headmaster of this school, community primary school. Since my 35 years in service, there is no federal government which have laid their hands upon this feeding program. And I encourage the federal government of this Nigeria to continue in this laudable program, being helpful to the masses.
My name is Mrs. Ogundare. I have a child in this school. I really enjoy this program because I benefit much on it as a mother.
My name is Akshade Community Primary School, Alawiwe, Ibadan. I like to love fighting egg It makes me happy and happy.
It's the year 2019 and it's still the other news. Usually, he is our number one angry man. But not today. Today, he has a very sensitive matter to get off his chest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our politically oversensitive correspondent, Dan the Humorous. Welcome, Dan.
Well, today we are taking this moment to celebrate the memory of Nigeria's first democratically elected executive president, the Turakin Sokoto Alhaji Shehu Usmanu Aliyu Shagari, who departed this our Hamatan reading weather and reading nation at the nonagenarious age of 93. Alhaji Shehu Shagari, as we all know, is a man that people love and people celebrate. And people are asking, Dan, as you are mourning somebody now, why are you not wearing black the way you wore for George Bush? Let me just say here that Shehu Shagari lived a good life. That's why we had to wear bright colors to celebrate him, even though the laundryman didn't bring the black shirt early enough. So I will stick with my first excuse, whether you like it or not. Now, looking at his death, me, as a witness where I asked myself a question and said, what is Shehu Shagari, or what will he be remembered for? So I took a microscopic, periscopic, and retrospective view of what his administration was like. And I beheld marvelous news. Okay, he established the Aluminium Smelter Company of Nigeria in Bakassi. He completed the Delta Steel Complex in 1982, and also the 3 rolling mills of Ajokuta. He also completed the Kaduna Refinery in 1980. And of course, major goals that he scored in housing through low-cost housing introduction, in agriculture where he encouraged the green revolution, transport, and basic infrastructure, you name it. But in every 12, there must be a Judas. In every white cloth, there must be a palm oil stain. So somehow, some places, he's still being criticized for bringing down the rate and range of oil royalties in states of origin or origin where they are being mined. However, his administration was cut short by, you know who it is, you know. So, we were not yet to be able to determine if he was going to be a perfectly perfect president, or an imperfect president, or an imperfect perfect president, or a perfectly perfect president, or a perfectly perfect president, or a perfectly... You understand what I'm trying to say? So because he was now cut short, which now got my kidney moving and thinking to say, look, in life, we have to make sure that every second counts. These things that politicians do that say, okay, first tenure, we'll use it for rehearsal, and then second tenure, we'll now use it and do the main thing. No. Every second counts. So whether you are given any leadership position, be it political, be it spiritual, be it business, what's it called? Alumni Association chairman, town union chairman, yard caretaker, estate committee, this thing, or collector of tally in Motopa. Whatever responsibility you are given, make every second count. From the moment you are being sworn in, start to count from that point. Because look, procrastination is a killer. Procrastination is diabetic to the system. Procrastination is syphilistic and ebolaristic to development. Every second you count. And by the way, not even for leadership. In 2019, that should be your watchword. Every second should count. From the moment you are sworn in, act, perform, as if that is the only second that you are being elected or assigned to do what you do. Because nobody knows tomorrow. Because look at now, the Shagari know that they were going to court. And it's funny how the people who escorted him out of office are also around to escort him to the great beyond. It's really wonderful. So please, people that are listening, every second in your life should count. Time waits for no point. Because you don't know where you might go and say, let you relax and eat apple.
Apple.
Okay?
Yes.
Is that how we want to start the year?
That's how I see.
So now, as you took my chi, what will I do? You have taken my chi. You know I always end my segment with chi. Now what will I end? Okay, since that's the play you want to play now. Okay, no problem. You can join our audience by calling us on the number displayed. Where did they put it in the screen? Somewhere around in the screen there. You will see our number there. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the Other News CTV. Watch us next week. Same time, same church, same station. Our people used to say, what did they tell you to say?
Continue now.
You took my chi.
Well, anyway, our people say the person that wants to move mountain more first start by moving stones.
That's what I was thinking.
Till next time, my name is Okey. Move that stone in 2019.